Hey, Dr. Dave here, and today we're diving into a truth that will change the way you think about every relationship you have. Relationships don't thrive by chance, they grow by choice. You're either growing your network intentionally or you're letting it wither accidentally. In this episode today, it's going to be exciting. I'm going to show you how to measure, track, and strategically steward your relationships for maximum impact. This isn't just about staying connected. It's about multiplying your influence and seeing real return on the time, energy, and love that you've invested. You're going to walk away with tools that you need to turn ordinary relationships into extraordinary opportunities. If you're ready to maximize your relationship ROI and build a network that fuels your destiny, well, today's episode is for you. Hey, welcome to the show today. I believe today's episode might just change the way you think about every relationship in your life. I hope you're looking at things a lot different over the last several weeks that we've been talking about connecting the dots and the value of relationship. But today let's call this relationship ROI. What's your return on investment? How do we measure the value of our connections? We track everything else in life, don't we? I mean, we track our workouts. My mom, every day, she's like looking at her phone her Apple Watch to see how long she slept, how many times she woke up. She's tracking her sleep. We track our bank balances. We track how many likes did we get, how many shares, how many subscribers do we have. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do that. But when was the last time you tracked your relationships? See, I think if something matters, you measure it. If it matters, and relationships, well, they matter probably more than just about anything else. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to track. I'm going to teach you how to measure, how to nurture, and really how to steward. We want to be good stewards of everything, the relationships that you have in your life with intention, so that they don't just grow, but as we talked about last week, they multiply. So what gets measured gets managed. If you don't measure, you don't know. It's just a simple truth. What gets managed will grow. So if you want your relationships to grow, you've got to measure them, you got to manage them. If your goal is to have authentic, powerful, trust-filled relationships, well, you can't just rely on your memory or your emotion. You've got to create a system of care. Whether you're using a digital CRM or your notebook or your phone, the key is the same. Track your interactions. Note key details. You go in my phone, and I can go to someone's name, go to notes, and I may have their birthday in there. I may have the kind of coffee they like. I may have what kind of flowers they enjoy. Something I'm going to have in there about them that I've connected with. I'm keeping notes in there. Follow up meaningfully, because the moment people feel seen and remembered, that's when your relationship deepens. When people feel seen and remembered, okay? So pick some kind of tool. I mean, use a spreadsheet if you're old school. Get some kind of contact. There's a lot of apps you can use. A journal, write it down, whatever. But start tracking. Let's just say your top 20 relationships. Pick 20 people. Start. When's the last time you touched base with them? Like what's their family's name, their kid's name? People love it when you remember their kids' names. What's a prayer request maybe that they had? Hey, just following up. Someone texted me just a little bit ago. Hey, man, I'm just following up to see how your dad's doing. I was thinking about him this morning. Man, that meant a lot. My dad a few weeks ago went through a little health challenge, and to know someone is just checking on him, seeing how he felt, man, that meant the world to me. So I'm thankful. So pick a tool and go to your top 20 relationships. Maybe you need to go to 10, but start tracking your interactions with them, okay? Because relationships, to me, they're kind of like bank accounts. Every relationship it operates like a bank account. Every interaction, every text message, every conversation, every moment is either a deposit or a withdrawal. You're either making a deposit, a kind word, deposit, a genuine text, man, just thinking about you today, praying for you, deposit. Celebrate, hey man, I saw your son got a new car. That's so great. Congratulations. What? Deposit. Celebrating. Listening with genuine interest, deposit. Now, on the other hand, you ask too much, too often, without reciprocating, now you're making withdrawals. Showing up only when it benefits you, withdrawal. Breaking promises or ghosting someone after they helped you. That's not just a withdrawal, that's a major overdraft. You just overdrafted your account. Here's the kicker. You never know when you're going to need to make a withdrawal. But if you've never made a deposit, you can't predict emergencies. You can't schedule the moments when you're going to need grace, patience, forgiveness, a second chance with someone in your life, which means that you have to be consistently making deposits, build up the account, strengthen the foundation before the storm comes. Told you about a mentor of mine that years ago said to me, he said, 2 a.m. is a lousy time to make friends. And I remember hearing that years ago, and I never really thought much about it, I wasn't sure exactly what he meant until it happened. I woke up, go to the bathroom, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm at that age, yeah. I had to get up and go. And I just picked up my phone. I shouldn't have, but I picked up my phone, flipped on Facebook, and I saw this guy that I knew live on Facebook at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, I need help. I need $5,000 before 9 a.m. If anyone can help me, if anybody, and he's just going, and I didn't realize when you turn it on that your name pops up. He goes, oh, Dave Martin, Dr. Dave Martin's on here. Dave, hey, I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't want him to know I was watching. I turned it off real fast, but not fast enough because he saw my name. And he sent me a message. He said, can you help me? Is there anything you could do? I just need $5,000. It's a life or death situation here. And I'm like, man, I sent him $300 or $400. Now, I could have sent him $5,000. I had $5,000, but we didn't have a relationship. The bank account was empty. He had never made deposits into a relationship with me. But now he's wanting to make a withdrawal at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was talking to some friends the next day. I told them about what happened. And I said, how many people do you think you could call? Because I'm thinking he had to have already called a whole lot of people before he went live on Facebook and just randomly grabbing anybody he could, trying to get something. You got to have some kind of relationships that he called first that obviously weren't able to help him. I said, how many people do you think you could call at 3 in the morning? One of my buddies said 2, 3. Another one said maybe 5. Then they turned it on me. They said, what about you? I said, I think I've got probably 30 people, 40 people I could call. Are you that many? I said, well, listen, I started digging my well before I got thirsty. And most people wait till they're dying of thirst to start scratching at the ground. But 2 a.m. is a lousy time. 3 a.m. is a lousy time to try to be my friend because you need something. You should have been building that relationship long, long before. Trust is the currency of every meaningful relationship. And trust is not built in a big dramatic moment. It's built quietly, day after day, word by word, decision by decision, through presence, being there, through support, and through follow through. A lot of people just don't follow through. But let me show you what I learned. Imagine a leader, maybe you're a leader, a boss, who consistently checks on their team. Not just about the deadlines, but about them, about their family. They do things for their family. They care about their family, their dreams, their struggles. Maybe they get involved in their dreams to help them. This leader celebrates the small wins, notices the extra effort, and backs their people when things get tough. Right now, picture one day something major goes wrong. A deal falls through. A client walks away. Instead of a team turning on their leader or abandoning ship, now they rally behind him. He was there for them when they needed him, and now they're there. Why? Because the leader had built up a reserve of trust. through years of consistent deposits, their account was full enough to handle the crisis when it came. But you can flip the script also and think about a friend who's always there, one who texts you just to check in, who shows up when they say they will, who celebrates your wins, sits with you during your losses. Now, imagine one day that same friend calls you in a crisis. They need help. I mean, real help at 3 o'clock in the morning where I got to have this by 9 o'clock. Oh, my goodness, you don't even think twice. You're there. Hey, if I can help you, I'm going to help you. Why? Because they've invested in the relationship. Over time, they've deposited enough that when they needed to make a big withdrawal, the account was full. Now, if someone has only ever taken, they're just a taker, not a giver, only call when they need something, only show up when it benefited them, and then suddenly there's a bind, and now they're asking for help. Well, goodness, you hesitate. Like I said, is it worth it? I mean, I gave him $300, but I'm not going to give him the whole thing. I didn't have that kind of relationship because there's been no trust built. So no deposit made. The account was already in the negative when he asked for what he did ask for. So the truth is, healthy relationships are built intentionally, not accidentally. They require deposits, consistent acts of kindness and support and encouragement. You can't wait until the crisis comes to start building trust. You can't wait until you're desperate to suddenly start showing up. Start now. Make the deposit because trust is slow to build. You ever notice how slow it is to build trust, but how easy it is to lose it? You can lose it in one conversation. I've seen 20-year friendships destroyed in one conversation. Trust is lost. And in the moment you need it the most, well, if you built trust, you'll be grateful that you invested early. Trust is the currency of every meaningful relationship, and trust is built over time. Okay? So here's what I would do this week. Here's something else you can do. Make 3 deposits this week. Make 3 deposits. A thank you text could be a deposit. A small gift. Send someone a little gift. I sent someone a gift this week. A little deposit. Don't ask for anything. Just give a kind word, some encouragement. Let me say something. The greatest opportunities in your future are going to be hidden in your long-term relationships. Long-term. You haven't fully nurtured them yet, okay? The investor that you met at a panel might fund your dream years later, right? The intern that you mentored years ago could be the key ally that you need in the future boardroom. The young man I mentored years ago poured into me as my first employee. Today he's a big lawyer. Well, that's I'm glad I made that investment. Never know when I might need a good lawyer. Networking is not about fast wins. You got to play the long game in it. The long-term alignment with people who share vision and values. The ROI of a relationship isn't in what you can get today, but it's in what you can build together over time. So look for those connections. Keep building them. No agenda. Just give some value, some vision. You ever heard that old thing? Don't sweat the small stuff. You ever heard that? Don't sweat the small stuff. Well, I'm going to encourage you, don't miss the power of small moments. Don't miss those. Too many people think that you got to do some big, flashy thing to stay connected. But people who stay on the top of your mind are people who make small moments happen often. A quick voice note on somebody's birthday. Screenshot. I did this screenshot. So, man, this made me think of you. Send it to him. Oh, man, thanks. I was in the grocery store and I picked up a Coke Zero, and they've started putting people's names on it again. I'm loving this. I see him. I take a picture. Hey, My friend Jordan Montgomery said, "Hey, Jordan, just thinking about you." My friend has a daughter named Isabella. I saw one with Isabella, took a picture, go, "Hey, love your family, praying for you guys." Send a picture of it. How simple is that? Just taking a picture of a Coke can with a name on it and go, "Hey, thought of you. This made me think you just want you guys praying for you." Oh, man, that's awesome. I can't believe that. I've been looking for the one with my name on it. Little small moments. Thinking of you messages. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be present. Presence builds trust. Presence builds momentum. Presence compounds. You might even want to set, I'll set a reminder on my phone every week. Just a reminder comes up. Create a small moment. Create a small moment. And I got to think, okay, who am I going to create a small moment for right now? And do it. And do it every week. So, you know, in your dashboard of the car, there's all kind of gauges and all kind of things you look at who's on your relationship dashboard. What are you looking at? Well, we got to see the oil. We got to see the speed, maybe what song we're listening to. It's all up there on the dashboard. So systems, every leader, I think, needs a relationship dashboard. I mean, think about it like your personal board of influencers and allies. I'd say track 25 relationships. You can't have that many. You can't have too many, right? You can't have 100. I can't be tracking 100 people. 25. How often do you connect? Notes from past conversations. We talked about this a little bit ago. Just be intentional. It's not about being robotic, just about being intentional. So there are people that that help you think bigger. I got people in my life that help me think bigger. I have other people that help me live deeper. I have people that multiply my vision. You got to know who's who, which circle they go in, steward those connections, create that dashboard, and rank by influence, frequency, alignment with your mission. Beyond that, ROI is legacy, right? The legacy of those relationships. I know ROI kind of sounds transactional, but in my world, relationship ROI isn't just a return on investment, ROI, return on investment, but it's a return on integrity. It's a return on intentionality. It's about looking back 10 years from now, 10 years and say, you know, I didn't just collect people. I invested in people. I poured my life into people. Got a situation right now, for an organization. I poured my life into them for years. I love them. There's some transitions, some things, but I gave everything I got. I believe there'll be a return on the investment. And when we build something together, it's going to outlast both of us. It's a legacy of a relationship. And this is where networking becomes legacy building. If you've been tracking with me throughout this whole thing, I don't know, I think we're on the 10th episode talking about this subject. We talked about on the very first one, success isn't random, it's connected. Success isn't random, it's connected. Build a relationship life, not just a business life. I do some training with some of the top corporate speakers through the National Speakers Association, and I was talking to a group that I was a part of called the $1 Million Speaker Group. It's all speakers who make over $1 million a year. You have to be invited into this group and show all your records. And so I was a part of this $1 Million Speaker Group, and they were talking about how they built their business through LinkedIn. I said, I built mine through Instagram. They said, Instagram, that's for personal things. I said, exactly. I'm building a relationship life, not just a business life. And I'm telling you, I have expanded my business exponentially through relationship, through Instagram, through Facebook, more than LinkedIn. So let me wrap it up like this. You don't have to be friends with everyone, but you need to be intentional with people who matter. Don't wait until you need something to reach out. Don't let years pass and wonder whatever happened to that connection. That's happened to me before. All of a sudden, like, man, especially since COVID. And I made a big shift, too, in my life, and our family moved and several different things right around the same time as COVID. And now all of a sudden it hits me. I'll think of someone. Just today I thought of someone. I need to reach out to them and tell them how much I appreciate them. I have not spoke to them Oh my gosh, I haven't spoke to them since COVID. That's 5 years. I'm teaching this stuff. I got to do better. Whatever happened to that connection? I build systems, stay present, make deposits, and measure what matters. Because in the end, it's not who you know, it's who you grow with that really matters. So, build that dashboard. Real quick update, or going back over what we covered. Build that dashboard, your top 25. Find 3 people, 3 deposits you can make this week. Schedule a reconnect with a long-term relationship. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reconnect with this guy. Stay consistent, and watch what happens. Hey, listen, I'm going to go, but if this helped you today, I want to hear from you. Send me a DM, make a comment. I want to know that these are helping you build and strengthen your relationships. Connecting the dots. We're collecting all kind of dots in our life, but you can have a whole page full of dots that mean nothing. But when you begin to connect them, all of a sudden you've got a picture of a great future. Like, subscribe, share this with somebody else, and I'll see you next time right here on The Dave Martin Show.